You know how our world is always changing around us, right? The leaves turning color, the first snowfall, the sun feeling warm again. But just imagine for a second if all of that just stopped. I mean, seriously, what if you woke up one morning and that steady, reliable rhythm of the seasons was simply gone? It sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie for sure, but exploring this question really shows you just how deeply our entire world is shaped by that constant change. Just try to picture it. No more sudden cold snaps, no more blistering heat waves. You'd never have to pack away your winter coat or get excited for that first perfect beach day. It would just be the same, day after day. Kind of eerie, right? And hey, at first glance, that might sound kind of peaceful, couldn't it? A world of perfect stability. But, and this is a big but, as we're about to see, this seemingly calm world would have massive and frankly chaotic consequences for every single living thing on the planet. And yeah, that includes us. So, to really get what we lose, we first have to understand why we have seasons at all. It's not about how close we are to the sun, a common misconception. No, it all comes down to a single elegant number. And there it is, 23.5 degrees. It might not look like much, but let me tell you, that single number is pretty much the engine of our entire world. It's the reason we have spring, summer, autumn, and winter. It's this slight, perfect tilt that makes our planet so dynamic and alive. This is what we call Earth's axial tilt. See, because our planet is tilted on its axis, as we make our year-long journey around the sun, different parts of the globe get more direct sunlight than others. When the northern hemisphere is tilted toward the sun, boom, we get summer. When it's tilted away, hello winter. So, you take away that tilt, and you take away the seasons. Simple as that. Okay, and this is where things start to get really serious. Because removing that 23.5 degree tilt wouldn't just change the weather. Oh no. It would trigger a massive domino effect across the entire global ecosystem. Plant life would be the very first domino to fall. I mean, think about a cherry blossom tree. It relies on the winter chill to prepare its buds, and then it needs the spring warmth to trigger that spectacular bloom. Without those cues, its internal clock would just shatter. Sure, some plants might adapt, but for so many others, their ancient rhythm of life would simply cease to exist. And where the plants go, you can bet the animals follow. Why would birds fly south if the weather never changes? Why would a bear hibernate if its food sources are suddenly completely unpredictable? These incredible survival strategies, perfected over millions of years, would become useless pretty much overnight, and that would disrupt the entire food web. The contrast really couldn't be more stark. Our world runs on a predictable rhythm, a cycle of change that allows for life to plan and adapt. A seasonless world, on the other hand, is one of biological stagnation. It's just a constant, desperate struggle for survival. And that struggle would hit us directly in our food supply. Our entire agricultural system is built on the seasonal calendar. So many crops, like apples and wheat, they actually need a cold period to develop properly. Others need the long, warm days of summer. Without these distinct periods, our global food system would be thrown into absolute chaos. But the impact goes far beyond just ecology and agriculture. The loss of seasons would fundamentally change what it even feels like to be human. This is about so much more than just the weather. Think about our cultures and our traditions. So many of our holidays and rituals are tied to the time of year. A cozy winter holiday just doesn't feel the same without the cold outside, you know? A spring festival kind of loses its meaning without the world blooming back to life. All of these cultural anchors we rely on would be completely unmoored. And this really speaks to a deeper, more psychological truth. The changing of the seasons gives us a powerful sense of time's passage. It marks our lives, provides milestones, and it reminds us that life itself is a cycle of renewal and change. Without that external rhythm, would time itself start to feel different? Life might begin to feel strangely flat, you know? Monotonous, almost like living in a single, endlessly repeating day that never truly becomes a new year. So, when you pull all these different threads together, you really start to see the bigger picture. This all-thought experiment gives us a profound new appreciation for something we so often take for granted.
Ultimately, seasons aren't just something that happens to the Earth. In a way, they are the Earth. They're its vital signs, its very heartbeat, the rhythm that drives life, growth, and our own cultures forward. And that, I think, is the ultimate takeaway. A world without seasons might be more stable, more predictable, But it would also be a world that is fundamentally less dynamic, less resilient, and ultimately a whole lot less alive.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? Is it the beauty of the first snow, the smell of spring rain, the warmth of a summer afternoon? What is the one piece of our world's constant, beautiful change that you couldn't imagine living without?